Working out where you are and how you get to financial freedom is a difficult thing to do. Grant Sabatier shared a framework which lays out 7 levels of wealth towards complete money freedom, and understanding where you stand on the wealth ladder can help you to take actionable steps towards achieving this goal. In this video, we'll cover what the 7 levels of wealth are and tips on how you can increase your own wealth. If you're new to this channel, I'm Matt. I've been a finance consultant for over 10 years. I've worked for one of the top consulting companies in London. I now run my own company, and on this channel I talk all things personal finance. So let's get going and start with level 1, which is all about clarity and understanding your financial baseline. The first wealth level is typically people who are financially dependent on others or who need financial assistance to cover their everyday living expenses. So for example, it could be young adults who don't yet have a full-time job or enough savings to be able to move out of their parents' home. This group has increased with the continued house price and rent increases that we've seen, as well as the recent high inflation and costs of living going up. The key thing here is that the wealth journey starts by understanding your financial situation, your income, your debts and your savings. You have to figure out where you are financially before you can get to where you want to be. So how do you climb to the next level on the wealth ladder? The first step is to have a good handle on your income and expenses. If you haven't done this already, then set up a simple tracker so you have a clear understanding of what you typically spend each month. Put all your expenses in your tracker, for example, your rent, utility bills, day-to-day food shops, TV subscriptions, gym memberships, or weekend activities. Whatever it is that's part of your normal monthly expenditure. By having a tracker, it helped me to set a goal on where I wanted to get to identify what I could save and invest, and it also helped me to target reducing the cost of large monthly expenses so I could manage my budget to be within my means each month. For example, could you negotiate a better rent deal by agreeing to a longer tenancy period, or use a comparison website to switch utility provider to get a lower monthly bill? If you need to find an expense tracker, there are a variety online that you can download and use, or money apps that can help you do this too. I'll leave some links below to help get you started. Level 2 on the wealth ladder is self-sufficiency and survival. At this level, you're no longer relying on anyone for financial support and you can cover your basic living expenses. Reaching this stage means that you're paying for your rent or mortgage, the regular monthly bills, and any other essential living costs without external support, for example, from family or friends. However, this group is often people who find they live paycheck to paycheck, and this is the case for a lot of people. According to Forbes, around 69% of people in the US are in this financial situation. Maybe there's someone who has a young family to support, the cost of living has gone up, and they might have high interest debt from credit cards or car loans. And as a result, although they can cover their basic living expenses, they're unable to put aside any money to save each month. To climb to the next level on the wealth ladder, there are a couple of things to do. The first is to try to increase your earning potential. I think probably the best way to do this is to invest in yourself to build your skills so you increase your earning power, either to be able to negotiate a higher salary or to be able to switch to a higher paying job. For example, if you currently work as an assistant in a grocery store and you manage to save up $500 and you take that money and you pay for a sales course, which enables you to get a sales job paying more money, if you're then able to add the ability to do marketing on top while you're doing your sales job, then you can now run your own ad campaigns, you can get customer leads in, and you can close sales. Your earning potential has just gone up tenfold from the pay you were getting from working in the grocery store. Another way to increase your income is to start a side hustle business. There are lots of different ways that you can do this. A good example is Joe Parry, who's earned over $500,000 since 2015 selling courses on the platform Udemy on everything from business planning, social media marketing and computer software. This is just an example. If you want to start a side business to increase your income, then reflect on what strengths and skills you already have that could help you to earn some additional money on the side. So once you have your expense tracking in place and you've managed to increase your income, the next thing to do is to build a financial emergency fund equivalent to 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. This is to cover any periods of unemployment or any large unexpected expenses such as replacing a boiler or car. This will give you more peace of mind and will help you to move to the next level of wealth, which is level 3, and this is to have financial breathing room. At this level, you've escaped the paycheck to paycheck cycle, you have some extra money for discretionary spending, and you no longer feel stressed about covering your monthly bills. Knowing that your day-to-day finances are in order, you have enough to occasionally spend on non-living essential costs like eating out and going on vacations. It's the very beginning of financial comfort. You can start to think about longer-term savings goals like saving for a deposit for a house. But the reality is that many people find it hard to move out of that paycheck to paycheck cycle to be able to save any money for the future. In fact, a survey found that 27% of adults in the US have less than $1,000 of savings. So if this is the case, then how can you climb to the next level of the wealth ladder? First is to pay off any high interest debt that you have, such as credit card debt, car loans, personal loans, or student debt. You want to do this before you start saving money, as it usually costs you more to borrow than you get back in returns from saving. For example, if you have $2,000 of savings at a 4% annual interest, you would earn $80 over the year. But if you have credit card debt of $2,000 at a 22% interest, it would cost you $440 over that same year. High interest debt is always going to grow faster than savings, so if you have any, start by listing any debts with an interest rate of greater than 7% and pay back the highest interest first. The second point to help you move up the wealth ladder is to avoid lifestyle inflation and to focus on increasing your savings rate. The key to growing wealth is from using your income to save and invest, and over time to compound those investments to become wealthier and wealthier. So as well as trying to increase your income, you also need to manage your expenses and avoid lifestyle inflation, which is where as you earn more money, you spend more money, and then you find that you're unable to save and invest anything additional each month. Many of the people who have large wealth aren't the same people who spend lots of money on designer clothes, sports cars, or multiple holidays abroad. If you can do your best to keep your expenses at a similar level or within your means while your income goes up, you'll find you're able to grow your wealth at a much faster rate. The next wealth level is level 4, and that is to have financial stability. At this level, you've built a solid financial foundation. You're not worried if you lost your job, or for example, if you had to move to a different city due to personal circumstances. This level is not financial freedom, but it's about security and knowing that one unexpected large financial expense isn't going to send you spiraling into debt. At this level, you're really more focused on how you can grow your wealth further. You're able to save, invest, and contribute at least small amounts into your pension on a regular basis. To climb to the next level on the wealth ladder, try to save at least 15 to 20% of your income each month and put it into your pension investments, for example, into a Roth IRA if you're in the US, or a stocks and shares ISA if you're in the UK. The other thing to do is to maximise any employer match pension schemes that are available to you. The 15 to 20% savings rule is just a guideline to sense check against, but the amount to save will depend on your circumstances. For example, how many working years do you have left? What's your cost of living? And what lifestyle do you want to have in retirement? The key is to be as consistent as you can with your investments so that compound interest can do its job in helping your invested money grow over time. If someone who is 30 were to invest $500 per month at an average annual rate of return of 8%, and over a 35-year period, they would have just over $1 million by 65. That's pretty good going. The earlier you can save and invest, the more benefit you can get from compounding your investments. The next wealth level is level 5, and that is to have financial flexibility. At this level, you can take more risks or consider life changes without fear, like a career change or entrepreneurship opportunities to set up your own company. You have at least 2 years of living expenses saved up and accessible to use. The flexibility allows you to follow your passions, knowing that your money can support it. You could take a year off from your current job if you wanted to explore other opportunities and passions. At this stage, you're starting to move to the higher levels in the wealth ladder. To move to the next level, level 6, there are a couple of things that you can try to do. Firstly, you should be able to comfortably maximize any tax allowances that you have in a financial year, so into your pensions and investments. Secondly, and in my view, the big difference maker for generating large wealth is to build additional income streams and diversify. If you look at some of the wealthiest people in the world, people like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, they own assets such as businesses or rental property, and their wealth grows from the equity value increasing and also from the assets generating income. The income they then receive is reinvested in buying more assets, and that cycle keeps compounding, growing the size and value of their assets and wealth. Having wealth generating assets, a couple of different income streams, and a well-diversified investment portfolio to handle any financial market ups and downs is essential to achieving the next level of wealth, level 6, which is financial independence and freedom. At this stage, your investment income covers your lifestyle, making work optional and enabling you to enjoy more control of your time. You might have a large investment portfolio generating interest, rental properties, own a business which provides income, or a combination of all of them. Ultimately, you have the freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want to, as your investments are fully covering your lifestyle and still growing. You might not be private jet level wealth, but you wake up and there isn't a financial care in the world for you. Some people use the 25 times rule as a guideline. The rule suggests that you should save 25 times your annual expenses to be able to live off it. The rule is based on the assumption that a well-invested portfolio can sustainably provide 4% of its value each year to cover living expenses. So if your annual expenses were $60,000 per year, you would need at least $1.5 million as an investment portfolio to cover this. To reach the final level on the wealth ladder is very hard to do. It might be that you have a business or multiple businesses which you've sold, or that you continue to own and they generate you very large amounts of money. Continuing to build your portfolio of wealth generating assets and growing your income streams is important here. In fact, a study showed that 65% of multimillionaires have at least 3 sources of income. The final wealth level is level 7, and that is to have financial abundance. It finds you with more money than you'll need, allowing you to live your dream lifestyle, whether that's multiple houses, holiday homes, traveling in a private jet, or making large charitable donations and doing passion projects. Abundant wealth allows you to pursue whatever matters most to you. This financial level, you're likely to be thinking about your legacy and how to pass on your wealth to your family and friends. So that wraps up the 7 levels of wealth. I hope this video helps to provide some tips on how you can grow your own wealth to climb the ladder towards financial freedom. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next video.